Japan is only romanticized by those who don't live here daily. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Neutral.
Disagree.
Okay. No more neutrals from now on.
What? You wrote down
This
neutral.
is my first neutral. I don't like how it made me feel.
See, because I read this, right? I read this. Japan is only romanticized by those who don't live here daily. Yeah, but it also gets, I think, equally as shit on daily as well.
Well,
by those who don't live here.
Okay, first of all.
Also, people who live here can romanticize it too.
Let's talk about the timeline. First of all, Japan had a history of being glazed.
Yes.
Because the culture's just really cool.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's different.
COVID hits. Peak Japan glazing era. Okay? And then what that caused was then a wave of people who are like, I am fucking sick of hearing about how good Japan is. And so that people now, it's like more trendy to find things that are the dark side of Japan.
Yes.
So I feel like Japan's in a bit of a downturn right now in popularity wise, at least in social media with younger people. Because I think everyone's sick of hearing about how good it is.
Yeah, totally.
But here's the thing. It's pretty fucking good. That's
why we live here.
That's why I like being here.
Yeah.
Like, I won't lie.
Totally.
Here's the thing, right? I think everyone is sick of the YouTube videos that's like, you won't believe this thing. And they show you the most mid thing ever. Yeah. And it's like, what you won't believe is that I get to walk everywhere. I get to have an affordable meal all the time. Everyone's really nice, polite. I can leave my laptop anywhere. I feel safe at all times. I do not have to worry about being stolen from, robbed or anything.
Yeah.
And that's like the truth. Like that's the core necessities that you need as a human being in your day by day. And I think Japan gets certain things completely right. Is there a lot of problems in Japan? Of course there is.
Yes.
Every country has its problems. Japan has some major problems in a lot of aspects, especially us being foreigners. Yep. We experience a lot of shit. I'd still take it.
Yeah.
I went to the bank yesterday. I was about to discover slurs that didn't exist yet. I was so angry. They made me go back because I didn't have my previous expired Zairyu cards.
Oh, damn.
That wasn't on the website.
Yeah.
And then, some rules that came out of nowhere, absolute bullshit. And they were being unhelpful as ever. Yeah, there's a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
But I think that, it's not.
Yeah, I will also say that from what I have been seeing, yes, there are a lot of people who don't live here, maybe have never even come to this country before, that romanticize the shit out of it based on what they see on things like social media or YouTube or whatever it might be, right? Because obviously it's very easy, and we did have a history of people glazing the shit out of even the tiniest things in Japan, even though, let's be real, like 80 to 90% of it also exists in other countries. But at the same time, I feel all the people who are on the opposite end of that spectrum, who don't live here, who probably have never visited here, who are just like, actually, did you know that the suicide rate in Japan is also the highest in the world? Blah, 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 blah. And like,
I'm not suicidal, so it's great. I'm not adding to that.
Yeah, but also, I feel like regardless of if you are like dick riding Japan or just like have a hate boner for Japan, I feel most of the time those people on both ends of the extreme spectrum are just as misinformed about the country as each other.
Well, it's just it's frustrating because people think, people love to quote statistics in every country when they want to diss it. They'll find some metrics that they don't like. And it's like, unfortunately, a statistic doesn't tell you how it is to just be there every day.
Exactly.
Like no GDP or no mortality rate or any of this stuff can accurately describe the feeling of living there or being there for a long time. Obviously, we're very biased because we've lived here.
Yes.
And we still live here for a very long time.
We choose that.
We chose that.
Yeah. Totally.
And there's not a day that goes by that I regret that decision. Yeah. I think I'm very grateful to be here.
I think every reaction has a counter reaction.
Yeah.
And I think just social media has obviously exasperated the Japan glazing.
Yeah.
But no, like as fucking annoying as it is, no amount of Japan is living in 2030. Here is a vending machine. No amount of like those kinds of annoying videos can just replace waking up and being in a country that just works and you can afford
facts
and has good meals. That's it. You want to know what people fantasize about? that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Just
living a comfortable life.
Just
God
having a
forbid.
good quality of living. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't give a, vending machines are nice and everything. I don't give a shit about vending machines or this, all this shit.
Nobody moves to Japan for the vending machines.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
I care that the streets are nice. I can walk to my favorite places. It's like way more affordable than a lot of other countries.
Yep.
And also, I actually feel like a lot of my taxpayer money is being used to make the country function, you know? It's just, and that's pretty much it. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've been very lucky to do our job and do this, absolutely. But I think, whatever your job is, your day by day, you still have to go through the same shit. I have to go to the bank. I have to go to the ward office and do all this shit that but living in Japan is great. It's very safe.
Yeah. The benefits definitely outweigh the negatives for most people who live here, and that's the reason why we live here.
And I think for a lot of people who might want to consider living here, it might not be a place to make a career. It's kind of a tough place to earn a lot of money or to save a retirement fund. And there's all like valid complaints. And sometimes, especially as a foreigner, you don't feel like you're welcome. That happens. But, it's a lot of the times, a lot of things can come down from effort and, how much work you want to put into socializing with people, knowing how to break the ice, get a little bit more confident. All these things go a really long way in Japan. And I think the only truth to this Japan overglazed is just the people glazing absolutely nothing, which a lot of the time they just glaze shit that is like, just so boring or so like whatever.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
But then it's like everyone is trying to grab the next trend from Japan and trying to find it.
Yeah.
And I think that you'll see, at least online, the creators that seem to have found a knack for it are the ones who have found a really great way of presenting Japan in a more true sense, my personal opinion.
Totally.
And people who've done really well, can showcase the good parts of it, present the bad, present the good, and allow you to make your own decision.
Yeah, 100%. There you go.
All right.
Damn.
I think I skipped Connor, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right, go for it, Connor.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
What? Why are you seeing Cotton Eye Joe?
I just remember there was the fucking horror movie I watched, and then it's this Jim McAvoy. What's his name?
James McAvoy.
Jim McAvoy.
Jim McAvoy.
I love that Jim McAvoy.
Scottish. And in this horror movie remake, he makes this kid dance, and it's a really intimidating scene. And the music comes on, and it's fucking Cotton Eye Joe. He's like, "Do it again," and then you hear, "Where did you come from? Where did you go?" And he's like, "Stop, do it again." And then, as a man, I find it hard to talk about my feelings. Maybe changing feelings to mental health.
Repeat that again. Sorry.
I agree with as a man.
As a Chinese man.
During my very Chinese time in my life.
I'm feeling very Chinese.
As a Chinese man, strongly agree.
As a man, I find it hard to talk about my mental feelings. Maybe changing feelings to mental health. I don't know what that means. The second part throws me off. Maybe my feelings in the wind.
Is it just me personally, or is it?
Yeah, you personally.
Okay.
Maybe you want to speak for your fellow men? We're right
here.
I mean, we could.
I guess.
Yeah, we could.
Let's speak for.
We've banned neutral.
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I put agree.
Strongly disagree.
I would disagree.
You talk about your feelings and shit.
I do talk about my feelings, but you know what the fucking worst part is? I'm just not eloquent. So when I think about the words to use, I'm like, sad. They're like, why? I'm like, I don't know.
I just am.
It's so frustrating. Sometimes I am so envious when I women are able to fucking boom pinpoint the exact second that it started happening, and the fucking they can pin it right back to the age it all started, and I'm like, bad day.
12th of February 2022,
and I'm just I fucking, this is just a me thing personally. I'm just so bad when I try to talk about this stuff that I want to talk about it, but I really struggle to understand the words to find to talk about it.
Right.
Because I don't it's like the word cloud, and it's like when it's like apple and juice, and I'm like, oh, you know, I can't. It's like sad, and then this weird ball, this feeling, and I'm like, well, which word goes with it? I don't know how to.
We break up the thesaurus.
Even then, it's
What's
not
another
even,
word
it's
for
not,
sad?
It's not even the ability to understand the word or the emotion. It's I can't grasp the emotion or the feeling, or sometimes where it stems from. I think it's just like a trained thing as a guy for me, where everything was taught like bury it.
Yeah.
And then now I've gotten so good at doing it that I do try to talk about it more, and I do try to recognize it, but I really struggle to sometimes allow myself to really sit with it, think about it, and kind of figure out where that uncomfortableness is coming from, or where it's
I totally get that, and obviously, you know, I think that's an issue that a lot of men struggle with because, you know, it's just naturally we don't and haven't been given the space to talk about our feelings as openly as, say, like, you know, women have or other genders have. But I think societally speaking now, it's way easier than ever before because it's a lot more accepted from most, especially in the West, for a lot of people to just be like, I don't care what gender you are, man. Like, if you want to talk about your feelings, we can talk about your feelings. Like, you know, there have been more, I don't want to use the word safe space, but like, you know, there are, you know, variances of that now that are a lot more accepted in this generation specifically compared to, like, say, you know, back in our parents' days or even before then, you know, like, you know.
I hate therapy talk though.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Everyone like talks like a therapist.
Oh, even if they're not a therapist.
Yeah, like people do this a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, Gon, I understand you're hurt, and I really appreciate that, and I'm so helpful and so glad that you felt vulnerable enough to share that with me.
Let's talk about your childhood.
You know, people like kind of like, they talk like almost like ChatGPT to some extent. Like it's like everything is like, you know, I don't know. I just I'm talking to a mate. I just want them to talk to me. Like a mate.
Talk to them like a human.
Yeah, don't. You're not a therapist. Don't talk to me like one. I don't need that.
Do people talk to you like that?
No, but sometimes you talk to some people. Admittedly, I do think this is more of a younger person thing. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm not. If I tell someone, like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm not feeling great. They'll be like, do you want to talk about it? I'm like, nope. Sometimes I do not want to talk about it. Sometimes because I know tomorrow it'll be gone.
Yeah.
Let me just. And as a man, sometimes you need those days where you're just like, just you in your fucking room, and you're just like, this is me time.
Yeah.
This is
figure your own shit out.
I don't say a word. I put on some lo-fi or something, I don't know, some random background music, and I just lock in on some kind of game or whatever, and I'm like, this is me time.
Meditation, bro. It comes in all forms.
It is not talking. It is not, not everything is solved by talking. Sometimes I just need to just...
Yeah, alone time, right? Yeah,
but totally. Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Maybe because I'm young and hip. Gone. I have these.
Word.
That's how you do it, man.
These fucking 20-year-olds, I swear.
No, I won't lie. I think it's mostly from Americans when I've had this. Like the therapy talk.
I get that.
British people will be like, "The fuck you mean, you sad? Have a pint."
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let's go to the pub. Yeah, Aussie's gonna be like that too, for sure.
They'll be like, "You got feelings? What, are you gay?" No, I just was a bit. I was happy. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, it's I mean, a lot of the times it was just, you know, it's not just talking about your feelings, it's being that person on the other side that is on the receiving end sometimes as well. Because sometimes you're not a therapist, you're right, but sometimes people are just like, how the fuck do I, you know, act or react or respond without, I don't want to offend the other person.
Yeah, without coming off cold.
Yeah, right? I don't know how to like properly like handle this. And I've struggled with that a lot, to be fair.
You just say like, damn.
That's crazy.
That's when you know you're fucked in the conversation. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
And they're like,
that's crazy, bro.
That's it. Sorry,
Anyway.
no, I know you mean that.
Actually, sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you're just like, damn, that's fucked, man. That's because, like, sometimes you are in a situation where there is no other response.
Yeah, because some people hate that though.
No, because I think it's so much worse when you try to like logically work through everything, or you try to explain everything, and it's like, or the worst part is where people try to offer a solution to everything. It's like,
I don't want
a solution.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say it, and I wanted to just have you be like,
yeah,
that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted.
That's
fair. Just you know, validate that. Yeah, that does fucking suck.
Yeah, your words have been heard. Yeah,
you're like, fuck, man, that fucking sucks.
I do say fuck, man.
fuck, man.
Yeah, maybe that's a British thing.
Or,
That's how we.
or the just deep sigh. Like I audibly have to make the little trumpet too, just so people know I'm like, damn,
Man.
But sometimes, as men, you got to know when someone just doesn't want to talk about their emotions.
Yeah,
or
that's
is
true.
not ready
That's
to.
No,
Sometimes, you're just like, shit, man, you want to talk about it more? And they're like, nah. And you're like, I got you, bro.
understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to keep playing the video game.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
let's just watch something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think men have their own way of meditating and self-reflecting that maybe
Yeah.
women might see as like,
Well, I think
Yeah.
'cause sometimes people just they always when someone's kind of consoling in them, they're expecting this like Goodwill Hunting breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
Where they'll like break down and cry, be like, "You're so right." Man. It's like, nah. Most of the time, that doesn't happen. It's,
yeah.
It normally takes many conversations to kind of work through these things, and
sure.
nothing is a breakthrough.
And it's gonna fucking hit you. But when you're
Yeah,
by
that's true.
yourself, like taking a shit, or maybe you're taking a shower, or maybe you're like,
or both
or both.
at the same time. Anyway,
I don't know if this is a 30s thing or getting older thing,